So today's pretty cool. I'm actually going on the first vacation I've been able to take since 2018. I did go on a few road trips last year just for concerts, so it was like driving down and then back to whatever concert I went to. But since 2018, I haven't had an actual vacation where I take time off and get to enjoy myself. Also, it's in the middle of a pandemic right now, so being able to do any sort of travel, even if you have to maintain social distancing or limit where you can go, is pretty cool. We were originally going to go to Vermont this weekend, but our county in New York is currently on their list of people that have to be quarantined and aren't allowed. So fortunately we had to change plans, but I'm pretty excited because we're going to go hiking in the Adirondacks, check out a few breweries that have some outdoor seating, and hopefully get some good food along the way too. So we just arrived at our first destination, which is the Goodnow Mountain Trail. Apparently it's on the 46 tallest peaks list for New York State, I think, or in the Adirondacks. I don't know the specifics, but we just parked. There's a little bit of cars here, so we brought our masks, so if we're getting on trails and there's people there, we'll be social distancing, so to be mindful of the pandemic. But really excited to hike and get out in nature again, and apparently there's a really tall and old tower that's on this somewhere on the summit, so looking forward to seeing that as well. Are you ready to go in the trees? Taking the last of probably 10 breaks at least that we've taken, maybe 15 on the way up the mountain, but we're almost at the top. It's been really beautiful so far. Definitely a workout for us noobs to the mountain, but yeah, I'm really excited to see the top because already the smells, the views have been really awesome, so I'm excited to see what awaits us at the top. Now, if you couldn't tell from the footage at the top of the mountain, it was one of the best views I've seen in my life. The tower that was up there was closed at the very top, but we were still able to see pretty much 360 degrees all the way around, and it just went on forever. I felt like I could see the curvature of the earth because it is curved and not flat, and it just, I don't know, the majesty of that view made it worth all the steep inclines and stuff to get up here, especially for, like I said, people like us who aren't climbing mountains regularly. But totally worth it, and you know, such a great getaway like I was hoping for out of this trip. Okay, so after quite the ordeal trying to figure out what we're going to have to eat in this town of North Creek that has no cell phone, we're finally settled in at our hotel rooms. It's actually a lodge called the, I think, Black Mountain Lodge is what it's called. They seem to have some pretty good food here, and after driving around the town that had nothing, it seemed, we decided to order food here. So we're going to stay in for the night. We got some beers, we got some food. It's got like a rustic feel, but this whole town doesn't have cell phone signal, and part of the reason you want to go on vacation sometimes is to get away from needing it, but just trying to find out where the nearest gas station was and stuff like that, you tend to realize how important it is to have connection with your phone. There is Wi-Fi, so when we're here in the hotel room we can find stuff, but it was kind of annoying to try and figure out what we wanted to get to eat tonight, and if there were options even. We ended up settling with the restaurant here. I'm sharing this room with my friend Thane. Everything's like vinyl siding and stuff, but it's, you know, the old-fashioned look to it. And I'm really hungry, so our big journey today has been filled with snacks and now beers, but we really need some pizza because that's substantial food. So, but yeah, great trip so far. We'll see where things come, or where things go next. So we'll see. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my best bud, Molly. She's been the best vacation buddy ever.
So if you pay like $100, can you just like sleep in your car here?
So Thane, come here. Let's express our displeasure that we couldn't drive up Prospect Mountain here in Lake George. That's the first annoying thing.
Yeah.
Second annoying thing is there's a lot of people here and we're worried we're going to get COVID. But we're about to walk along Lake George on this nice little path, so I think that's a pretty good trade-off, right?
Yeah,
so,
we're going to go to the mystery spot.
Yep, Lake George Mystery Spot. That was a tugboat horn or something like that. We'll see, I guess, along the way. And then we're going to go to the Adirondack Brewery, which is on the edge of town, not as busy. Probably will be busy when we want to go, but we're excited for that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Sounds good to me.
So if you take a look at the ground here, there's this X, and if you stand on this X, it echoes. But if you're standing on the side of the X, you don't hear it. I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera, but let's try it right now. No sound this way, but if I talk like this, I don't know if you guys can hear the echo that I can, but it's a phenomenon. If I stand over here, there is no echo. If I stand over here, there's no echo. But there's definitely an echo right here. And if there's not an echo in the video, I'm just gonna add an echo so you can pretend that you're hearing what I'm hearing. But this is a really cool phenomenon. X marks the spot. You wanna make sure if you come to Lake George that you check out this cool little thing. It sounds like I'm talking on a speaker right now, it's weird. Anyway, pretty darn cool. So we are now at Adirondack Brewery. Had some beers of theirs before, but haven't had their food, so we're looking forward to seeing how the food is. And it's a little warm out here, but I think it'll be a relaxing time. We got outdoor seating and we're following procedures. So we'll see how it is. So the food wasn't that good. I had a buffalo chicken sandwich and the buffalo sauce was like cooked into the chicken, so I didn't even taste the buffalo flavor. But the beers were pretty good, so it was still fun, and it's nice being outside. So if there's one thing about this vacation that hasn't been very good, it's unfortunately the food. We've spent a lot of money and not really had good results with the food. So we're just cutting our losses, and we are making a trip to an area that has typical commercial fast food joints and stuff like that, so that way we can get a low cost but high dopamine meal to get through the remainder of our trip. But at least I have my little vacation buddy next to me. Molly, say hi. Hi. See, so when you have that, it doesn't matter if your food has been kind of meh, because she lifts the spirits of all around her. All right, so it's day 3, and we're about to leave. And what have we learned on this trip? Well, I've learned that ending the trip with a bunch of fast food and many beers the night before you have to leave is a bad idea. Money-wise, it was good to save some cash by going to get fast food, and made up for some of the poor meals that cost more money prior to the last night's dinner. But overall, I was very uncomfortable all night, and even though the bed was comfortable, it just made my whole night groggy and, I don't know, gurgly. I had indigestion all night and everything, so that sucked. We did watch the movie Midsummer, which was pretty cool, so I finally got to see that. I really liked it, and now we're just packing up and getting ready to leave. We had another good breakfast this morning for free, and yeah, I think our pandemic travels were well worth it, even though it had some ups and downs, but I'm ready to go home now.